From the CISO series, it's Cybersecurity Headlines.
These are the cybersecurity headlines for Friday, December 19th, 2025. I'm Steve Prentice. Recent Windows updates break remote app connections. Yesterday, we reported on Microsoft's December 2025 security update breaking message queuing (MSMQ) on older Windows 10 and server systems. It appears another update-related breakage is also occurring. This one, based on the November 2025 non-security update, is triggering remote app connection failures on Windows 11, 24H2 and 25H2 and Windows Server 2025 devices in Azure virtual desktop environments. RemoteApp enables users to stream individual Windows applications from the cloud without loading an entire virtual desktop, making them run like local and native applications. Microsoft says this issue does not affect personal devices running Windows Home or Pro editions, since Azure Virtual Desktop is predominantly deployed in enterprise settings. No timeline for a permanent fix has yet been announced. France arrests threat actors for installing malware on Italian ferry. French authorities have arrested 2 crew members working on an Italian passenger ferry. These crew members are suspected of infecting the ship with malware that could have enabled them to remotely control the vessel. One of the pair, a Bulgarian national, has been released without charge, while the other, a Latvian suspect who recently joined the crew of the Italian-owned ferry, remains detained and faces charges of conspiring to infiltrate computer systems on behalf of a foreign power. This after a remote access tool was discovered by the shipping company itself while the ship was docked at the Mediterranean port of Sète, which is located in southern France. Senate Intel chair urges safeguard against open-source software threats. Tom Cotton, the Senate Intelligence Committee chairman, is asking National Cyber Director Sean Cairncross to take steps to counter the risks of foreign adversaries playing too heavy a role in open-source software, describing the environment as one in which, quote, threat actors assume that contributors are benevolent so they can insert malicious code into widely used open-source codebases, end quote. As some examples, Cotton mentioned a beta version of the compression utility XL-Utils, as well as a Russia-based developer that is the sole maintainer of some open-source software that exist inside Defense Department software packages. Chinese attackers exploit zero-day to target Cisco email security products. This exploit has a CVE number and a maximum severity score of 10 and affects appliances with certain ports open to the internet that are running the company's Async OS software for its secure email gateway and secure email and web manager. Chinese hackers have been exploiting this since late November, the company said on Wednesday. The attribution to a Chinese threat group is based on the assessment of the tools and infrastructure used during the attacks. Huge thanks to our sponsor, Adaptive Security. This episode is brought to you by Adaptive Security, the first cybersecurity company backed by OpenAI. Security training fails when it's generic. Adaptive's platform personalizes training and runs deepfake simulations across email, SMS, voice, and video. And with Adaptive's AI content creator, you can drop in a breaking threat or compliance doc and instantly turn it into interactive, multilingual training. No designers, no delays. Learn more at adaptivesecurity.com. That is adaptivesecurity as one word, .com. Hackers breach Britain's health service tech provider. DXS International, a UK technology company whose software is widely used by the country's National Health Service, NHS, has disclosed a cybersecurity incident involving unauthorized access to internal office servers. This was detected on December 14th. The company said the breach was contained and that clinical services remained fully operational. It is not yet known whether NHS patient data was affected, though the incident has been reported to the Information Commissioner's office. DXS is working with NHS cybersecurity teams and external specialists to investigate. The company does not expect a material financial impact. Its software supports clinical decision-making and referral management for GP general practitioner practices and handles around 10% of NHS referrals in England. Soaring increase in the use of Dig AI, the uncensored darknet AI assistant. A report from Security shows a fourth-quarter surge in the criminal use of Dig AI, a tool that enables malicious actors to, quote, leverage the power of AI to generate tips ranging from explosive device manufacturing to illegal content creation, end quote. Because Dig AI is hosted on the Tor network, these tools are difficult for law enforcement to find, which has resulted in a significant underground market. The recent surge in use can be attributed to the activities related to the holiday season, as well as the Winter 2026 Olympics in Milan and the FIFA World Cup. CISA warns of critical and exploited ASUS Live Update flaw. This flaw has been added to CISA's KEV catalog after evidence of active exploitation emerged. The vulnerability, which has a CVSS score of 9.3, has been described as, quote, an embedded malicious code vulnerability introduced by means of a supply chain compromise that could allow attackers to perform unintended actions, end quote. According to a description of the flaw published in cve.org, quote, certain versions of the ASUS Live Update client were distributed with unauthorized modifications introduced through a supply chain compromise, end quote. New password spraying attacks target Cisco and Palo Alto Networks' VPN gateways. An automated campaign is targeting multiple VPN platforms with credential-based attacks being observed on Palo Alto Networks' Global Protect and Cisco SSL VPN. This is according to a report from Grey Noise. The attacks originated from more than 10,000 unique IP addresses and were aimed at infrastructure located in the United States, Mexico, and Pakistan. The malicious traffic originated once again from the 3XK Germany IP space, indicating a centralized cloud infrastructure. This attack is different from the one that occurred on December the 12th, also originating from 3XK, which in that case also impacted Cisco SSL VPN endpoints. In this particular attack, the researchers stated that the threat actor, quote, reused common username and password combinations, end quote. Make sure you have your calendar set to join us for the Department of No this Monday at 4 p.m. We kick off each week by sitting down with two cybersecurity leaders and finding out what news matters to their teams and how they are using it in their security programs. If you have ever brought a piece of news that you have heard on cybersecurity headlines to your stand-up, then you need to join us every Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern on the CISO Series YouTube channel. And if you have some thoughts on the news from today or about the show in general, please be sure to reach out to us at feedback@cisoseries.com. We would love to hear from you. I'm Steve Prentice, reporting for the CISO Series.
Cybersecurity headlines are available every weekday. Head to cisoseries.com for the full stories behind the headlines.